Welcome to
the Sky Podcast.
Exclusive on Spotify.
We're ready, Mama Chris.
All right, guys. Today's episode is going to be very, very special because we actually have a different type of guest for today. Our guest is going to be a member of the Sky Fam. We actually have letters here from our Sky Fam. It's so amazing.
What are we calling it? Letters from the Sky.
Letters from the Sky. Wow.
So if you guys want to have your letters read.
Ridden. Wow, we haven't done this in a while, huh? If you guys want us to read your letters, maybe talk about your problems or your love life or whatever.
Maybe you just want to share stories.
Yeah, or chika lang with us. Yeah, you can drop a letter at dearskypodcast@gmail.com. I'm going to put it in the description just in case I got that wrong. So please do check out the description so you can leave your letters. Or you can follow us on our socials.
Yeah.
We're on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.
Everywhere na ngayon.
Yeah, we're everywhere. At the Sky Podcast. Super duper easy to find, and you will see our email there as well.
All right, let's start it.
Okay, so our first letter is from Anonymous. I don't want to reveal her name.
Okay, sige.
And she actually has 3 different concerns here.
Ang dami.
So, I know. And naka-bullet point siya. Number 1, number 2, number 3. So talagang pinag-isipan niya before she wrote this.
Okay. Sige.
Yeah. So she says, "Hi, Sky Fam. I've been an audience of your vlogs." I'm just going to read past all of this other chit-chat so it's faster. So her first concern is career and financial. Sabi niya, "Though I'm an architecture graduate, it's not my passion talaga. I never found happiness and fulfillment in it. After graduation, I tried to pursue a small online business. It flourished naman for some time, but it was not enough to sustain me. Nagkanda baon ako sa utang because it was not at all enough. One thing I haven't tried yet, though, is going back to architecture. But to be honest, I don't want to go back to working in the archi field anymore since ayoko talagang lokohin ang sarili ko. Here I am, a 24-year-old woman na baon sa utang and walang direksyon career-wise."
Wow.
As successful people in both your fields, what do you guys think yung pwedeng next step ko to get out of this misery? That's her first question.
Number 1, architecture. Come on, it's so fun.
Slater's dream job.
Ikaw, meron kang idea?
Ikaw first. Because it's career and success and finance, which is right up your alley.
Yeah, for me, I really do believe that everyone has a calling. Everyone, parang the more experience you have in life, the more you know what you really want talaga. And sometimes things that don't speak to you right now may speak to you in the future. Like, kagaya ako, I was in the construction field before ako nag-PBB, before ako nag-try mag-artista, and then nagnegosyo, and ngayon, bumalik din full circle to construction na naman ulit. But on a different platform, like real estate, like YouTube. Ang masasabi ko lang talaga with her problem is, it's not about finding it right away. It can sometimes take a long time to find. Some of us are lucky enough to find it in our first jobs, our first careers, but paminsan it may take 5-10 years. From her perspective, sinabi niya ang dami niyang mga utang, ang dami niyang mga problems, but she doesn't want to go back to architecture. She wants to find her calling, kumbaga. This is something that I remember my dad talking to me about. If ever something doesn't call to you, or for example, you want to switch jobs, don't give up the first one right away, especially when you have responsibilities. So what if you spend a few years na medyo nahihirapan ka, but gawan mo ng sideline. For example, in this instance, pwede kang mag-architecture, but you can have an online business on the side. Yung parang hustle life.
Right.
Or just try out new and different things while you're still pursuing something that can feed you, something that can pay your bills. Kasi at the end of the day, although we want the ideal, especially when we're young and we're like trying to find ourselves.
And idealistic, with stars in our eyes.
Yeah. Dapat I shouldn't be doing what hurts or I shouldn't be doing what I don't love.
Kailangan whatever I do, I must love it so I don't have to work a day in my life.
Oo,
Yung mga
ganyan.
ganon, yeah.
And sometimes, akala lang natin, di natin gusto. Pero, when it speaks to you talaga or when you've spent a bit more time knowing about the ins and outs, mas nagbabago yung perspective. Sometimes, not all the time. But at least, maybe it's just a change in environment that you need. Maybe it's a change in the company that you're working for, meaning there's a different culture behind it that helps you push towards that profession.
Yeah.
Kasi paminsan, di ba, tayo, there should have been the reason why she chose architecture in the first place. So maybe trying to find that spark again. But at the end of the day, whatever it is, there has to be that you have to work your way through finding what you love in life.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, it may not be architecture as what you think it is at this point in time, but maybe it's maging YouTuber ka talking about architecture.
Yes.
Or, you know, some other kind of maybe maging consultant ka, maging interior decorator ka, or there's so many other jobs right now that revolve around the field architecture. That doesn't necessarily have to mean na maging architect ka in the traditional way that we understand it. Like, for example, my course was communications technology management. And when I was growing up, a lot of people said, what are you gonna be? Maging manager ka sa mga Globe, mga Smart, mga PLDT, ganon.
Yes.
No, I mean, like, who would have thought that at that time when I was in college, communications technology management could be maging blogger ka, maging YouTuber ka. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, it's these are career paths that we don't see at this point in time, but in the future, di natin alam where it could lead to. And this is something that Slayer and I talk about often, that we always need to say yes to opportunities. You know, sometimes, like, isipin natin, ayoko na lokohin sarili ko. I don't want to get into this field. But by saying no to that, we're also saying no to every other opportunity that
In the future would come with it.
yeah. And you don't know what that opportunity could be, you know, like maybe it's attending a dinner, meeting someone, being an apprentice, eventually finding your career path in that field, like all of these different things we shouldn't close our doors to. Never say never, kumbaga.
Yeah.
Kasi we never know what the future will bring if you just open our doors. Wow.
Naisip ko lang, meron ako employee dati. She was one of the managers in Light Block. And parang sinabi niya, I'll quit na, sir, because I'm starting this business. Para sa akin, looking back, and this is my dad gives this advice to his employees as well, na parang, if you have a dream of doing something, don't quit your job right away. Gawan mo ng paraan na magiging side hustle talaga siya. Until it grows so much that kailangan mo talagang i-give up yung work mo.
Right.
Because having that parang backup, whether it's a job or whatever, the source of income, it gives you the opportunity to choose carefully what you really want.
Right.
So yun.
Yeah. In other words, play it smart. No. Don't give up what's the feeding hand. Don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Oo, kasi ang dami naming paminsan, I have friends and I have I've heard stories of, I'll quit my job na because nagpa-process na ako ng papers ko to work abroad. For me, if the papers aren't ready, don't quit your job.
Yeah, if hindi ka pa 100% sure sa isa, kailangan the decision should be justified na. Yeah.
Tama.
Oh, we're on the same page with that one. Ikaw naman magbasa sa
same
love
page
life.
of the letter. Ikaw na, mas magaling ka magbasa.
Sa lahat? Wow.
That's your job
I'll
from
take it
now.
as a compliment.
Don't quit your reading job.
Okay, sa love life naman, sabi niya, my long-term partner confessed na he had ons with someone he's had a crush on. I don't know what ons.
Okay.
ONS or ons ba yun? Hindi ko
Okay.
alam. Di na ako bagets.
Probably like something.
Probably cheated on her with someone he's had a crush on. If you guys want to hear the full episode, you can
check us out on Spotify.
Spotify.
It's free, guys. It's free.
See you there.
Skypodcast.
Skypodcast.